And welcome back to the channel. Today's auction day. Oh yeah. I can't wait. This is going to be good. I'm excited to go. It's been probably been 6 months. I don't know. It's been a little while. Haven't been out there in quite some time, but today's going to be a good day. It looks like there's a bunch of interesting cars up there, and I think today what I'll do is try to get some of the prices for what these vehicles sell for, because I know Chris up there at East Coast Classics has done some of that and kind of shown you guys what the Vics are going for in his area. So might be kind of cool to show you guys what they're going for down in Florida. All right, so before we get started, I do want to give a huge shout out to Chris over there at East Coast Classics. Thanks for giving me a holler on your video. Really appreciate that. He has actually sent me a shirt, so I'm going to have to go ahead and show you guys that at some point, maybe in another video, but that's going to be part of a little mail time segment that I need to do. Been a little bit slacking on that. But anyway, I guess we should get going. Let's get over to the auction and see what's going on over there. Yeah, shaved. But anyway, back from the auction, and I guess I'll cover a couple things real quick. One thing that was really neat about this auction in particular is just the colorfulness, the rainbow of Skittles Vicks that were out there. Normally, we don't have that kind of beautiful selection of just multicolored Crown Victorias floating around. Typically, at this auction, there's either white Crown Victorias with really bad decal marks, kind of like the last two that I showed you, where they've got the really bad like haziness of where the decals were, or you have the blacked out highway patrol vehicles. And if you noticed on the Tahoe, when I got close to it and you saw the word State Trooper, there was kind of this weird marking that was over the top of the word State Trooper. They usually hit these things with some kind of paint roller and kind of just ruin the paint job on them. But that's because, from what I understand, the Florida Highway Patrol owns the tan color, like the actual trademark of that color, or something to do with the actual usage of that exact paint color code. Like, you can get that color as long as it's not that exact color. Like, it has to be a shade off, because the Florida Highway Patrol owns that tan color. So basically, when they sell those vehicles, black paint roller, black rattle cans, black whatever, roofing tar, whatever they can get their hands on, goes all over the tan stuff on their vehicles. And that's how they sell them. They black them out, basically. So at that auction, typically we have a selection of white vehicles and black vehicles. So seeing all the beautiful colors of all these different Crown Vics was just kind of neat. I noticed, I kind of fished a few of these pictures out to some people, and people really seem to like the maroon ones. And as you can see, one of those, sold for a pretty good price. It looks very civilian, the maroon one does, but that's okay. I know that some people are looking for that look. Me personally, I really like the dark blue one. I saw that and I was like, man, that's a beautiful color. If I could find a vehicle that color and I didn't have a whole fleet of these things sitting around, I would definitely get that color, because I like the dark blue personally, but that's just me. But I guess I should go into the next thing that you guys are going to definitely ask me. What the heck does exempt mean? So in the state of Florida, if a vehicle is over 10 years old, the odometer doesn't have to be verified. At that point, it's considered exempt from verification, because they assume that after 10 years, the average person doesn't really care about the mileage on the vehicle, because they know it's a 10-year-old vehicle, and if it runs and moves at that point, that's really all they care about. The other thing that can happen, if a vehicle is sold to a government entity in the state of Florida through some kind of car dealership or vehicle dealer, they can actually exempt it from the beginning. They can literally write exempt on the title, and then basically the mileage at that point is dead for that vehicle. So if a vehicle gets exempt written right at the beginning when it's sold to the government entity, it will be considered exempt when it gets to this auction. Or if it's over 10 years old and it gets that exempt status, they will not list the mileage. They just don't. They used to. There was a time when they used to list the mileage, but my hunch is somebody probably complained when they got a vehicle that the mileage wasn't 100% accurate on. So rather than deal with the legal madness of that, the auction just said, screw it. If it's over 10 years old, it's exempt. We don't care. So that's why a lot of the vehicles that you see that have that sales price, I don't know what the miles are. I'd have to go get into each one of those cars, turn it on and see, but they only start those cars briefly, probably, I don't know, probably a couple, like maybe 5 minutes before they actually auction it off. Basically, the way the auction works is the auctioneer is going around from vehicle to vehicle, and probably about 10 to 15 cars ahead of them is another guy that goes and starts the vehicle up and just shows people that it runs or it doesn't run. And then you can listen, look at it, see if there's smoke coming out of the back or whatever, but that's pretty much all you get. I don't know if they actually let you come in earlier and inspect the vehicles and start them up or anything like that. I don't think they do. I think they just start them up on auction day, but I've never really paid attention. Even when I bought my car out of that place, I bought it sight unseen. I just saw it on the internet and I was like, that's an old fire department car. I know that it's going to be in good shape, and for the most part it has been, aside from the power steering issue that I just sprung. But I mean, it's a 11-year-old car, so I mean, what would you expect for an 11-year-old vehicle? Things are going to break. Anyway, just wanted to throw that out there because I know somebody's going to be in the comments asking me what exempt is, and if you made it to the end of the video and you see one of those comments, tell that person that didn't make it to the end of the video to watch the whole video, and they'll be able to figure out what exempt means on the odometer reading. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out the video. Love to all of you, and I will catch you on the next video, hopefully sooner than later. So this was completely unplanned, but the blue Caprice, that 95 or 96, that beautiful Caprice rolling by on them chrome wheels, that wasn't planned. And seeing the other one in the junkyard that was sort of the same color, also not planned. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want that guy's Caprice, man. That 95, 96 that's out there driving around. That's that guy's somewhere up in Ocala. I don't know. I just saw it driving around. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Especially after I saw that similar color blue in the junkyard. What do I say? I'm a sucker for that body style. I do like those model years. And if I ever find one that's in halfway decent shape that somebody doesn't want a new car price for, then I might have to scoop it up. But until then, I will just have to look at and admire other people's rides. Whoever you are in Ocala, that's a nice car, man. I'm jealous. Just saying.